Hello, I'm UNIV. I want to talk about my experience now today in English. I am a Japanese. How to treat children who have special need. This is very important topic, but still in Japan, it's very slow to develop. I think two things are very important. The first one is not to try to change the child who has some problems. Second one is try to change the people around the child, including his or her parents. This is Japanese. Why does our child have many problems? Many parents often maybe think about these things. Have you ever experienced these feelings? Our child has good grade. There is something he or she is interested in games and books or movies and computer games. He or she doesn't have any friends. He or she, our child, is always alone in the classroom. I myself began to teach as an elementary teacher. Through the experiences, I found out myself that I couldn't ignore some student who couldn't catch up with the classes. After the classes, I tried to teach them individually, but too much work for them and me myself. I moved to the school for the student who had special needs in order to take care of them individually. Many years have passed, and I have met many students and their parents. The class for the special need, the school for the special need, the class for the student who can go to the normal classes, but also need some special need. I have learned through these experiences, especially the students themselves and their parents. Questions which the parents often have. This is his or her personality or disabled. The parents don't want to think it disabled. That's the reason why delay to go to counsel or to see the doctor increases the troubles. Those troubles make the parents so tired and exhausted. Diagnosis is very important. The most important work of the doctor is to see the problem of the child and how to treat him or her. But for disabled, what is most important is not the diagnosis, but how the people around the child who has problems accept him or her and how they treat them. Environmental arrangement. After the child has some stable mind, the people let the child understand him herself, adding to environmental arrangement. After those steps, the child tries to have a good relationship with other people. Disabled will develop a second problem. If we cannot their problems and treat the children who have special need improperly, example ADHD, too much movement, carelessness, and so on, that if this one continue to scold their daily deeds, maybe parents or the teachers, and the child himself herself decline their own pride and often get angry. Because of these steps, the people around them continue to scold them. The child has been born to burst into anger easily, often. Example, autism, difficulty to communicate, difficulty to live in the society, and they easily speak out what they think directly, difficulty to feel the other person's feelings, difficulty to understand the jokes. people around him or her try to avoid, attack, and scold them. The child who needs help cannot understand the situations. The child loses his or her self-confidence and attacks the people around him or her. Sometimes he or she tries to understand the situation by his or her own ways. The people around him or her feels the child very strange. Because of this, he or she is alone ever. If the people around him or her, the people themselves, begin to treat him or her differently, the child comes to be stable, mentally, physically. The people around him or her begin to think the child differently, and the child begin to accept himself or herself. He or she can have high self-image. When the child understands him or her well, he or she is able to communicate with others little by little. Even if they don't have the doctor's diagnosis, the people around the child who needs special needs should know his or her characters. If they do this properly, the child and the people around him or her will be happy. Sorry, Japanese still have. Try the important 4 things I want to say, the last thing. Try not to change the child, the student who has special needs, the people around him or her, parents, teachers, or people around him and her try to change themselves, maybe adults. Through their change, adult change, the child or the student can have the possibility to change. This order is very important. This order is very important, I feel. This is the Japanese example. But now this is worldwide problem, I think. So if we have some examples, please let us know. Thank you. This is the first one. Goodbye.